Hey Etsy sellers, are you struggling to get your product seen? You might want to stick around for this. The game has changed. Today I'm breaking down the big shift in Etsy's algorithm and why it's more important that you focus on customers. And if you don't, you are going to disappear into the void. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you actionable steps that you can take to adapt to the new Etsy algorithm changes. Now, do you guys remember the good old days when people actually used the search bar and SEO was actually important? Well, those days are fading. It is very important for these companies that have an algorithm as a way to guide the customer experience. They want to make that customer experience to be a passive browsing experience. It is reported that 68% of customers go straight to the search bar, but it is also reported that 80% of them bounce out because they're not happy with the experience, which means they're not happy with what's shown in front of them after they themselves have put the words that they themselves are interested in. The Etsy algorithm is acting in such a way that it wants to show you the results instead of letting you decide what you want to see. That means it knows more about what you're going to like than you yourself. You have to understand this is happening across the internet. Any website that has an algorithm, the responsibility of what's shown in front of the customer is being taken away from the users. Take a look at YouTube. Most of the content that you've watched today was recommended to you, and very little of your journey in this app called YouTube have you actually used the search bar. If you use the search bar, there are two ways that the platform is going to lose money. One is that you don't know what's available on the platform. That means you're going to only search for things that you know that exist in the universe, which, to be fair, we do know a lot, but we don't know everything. And the second thing, we oftentimes don't have the words to describe the thing that we want. And oftentimes we get frustrated because we don't have the right words to explain. More importantly, we're oftentimes searching for products that we don't really know the exact one we want. In fact, Etsy is mostly for gifts, decor, which are all categories in areas where people really just shop around first before they make the purchase. If you're looking through a dictionary, you oftentimes know the exact word you need the answer to. Or if you're looking through a library of articles about a certain disease, you might know the exact name that you're looking for. But when it comes to buying gifts and decor, that's more of a give me a few examples and I'll see what I like and we'll go from there kind of thing. The algorithm knows more about what's available on the Etsy platform than you. Therefore, it would have a better idea what would fit perfectly for your decorative piece or maybe for your gift. In fact, that's why this whole gift mode is a big deal, because Etsy recognizes that the best conversions or the best customer experience is that in which the algorithm is very, very active of giving you the results. However, it uses things like the filter in the gift mode to give you a rough idea of what you're looking for, but then it'll do the rest. So when the algorithm is taking the responsibility from the search engine and goes more of a passive browsing experience, what do we do as Etsy sellers? Now, we have to understand that all of this is to enhance customers' experience, because if 80% of customers are not happy with the search results, and this has proven to increase customers' experience, we need to think about customers' experience, okay? And the first thing I would say is when you're doing your product photography, create a collection of photos that will help your customers have a good experience of engaging with your product through photos and videos. This is going to be very critical. If you're doing print on demand and you've just defaulted to 3 photos or 4 photos that are very flat and very graphic, but they want a t-shirt that is made out of fabric, that is made to be worn, and all you're giving them is a brochure, that's not how search experience works. Immerse the customers into your listings. The second thing is make sure that your thumbnails are spot on. And what I mean by that is look at the collage of other competitors selling that exact product. What thumbnail should you use, you ask? Well, look at your competitors and don't use that one. Make sure that you are dynamic in nature of your thumbnail. Make sure that it is eye-catching and has some depth to it, which also brings me to point number 3. Make sure you have a value proposition at thumbnail. For example, if your customers are doing heat apply, you do embroidered. If they're doing print, then you do reflective and interactive colors. If your customers are doing flat personalizations you do, bulk or deep engraving. These are the kind of things you want to let your customers know that you are a better value for your buck. Now, this could also be at price or shipping time, but being clear about your value proposition at thumbnail is going to be very, very important. Number 4 is rethink your advertisement strategy. Don't just advertise all listings, or don't just guess on your advertisement. In fact, look at the activity of each listings. Which of them has the highest favor rate? Which one of them has the best visit to view ratio that you can look at the listing portion of the dashboard? Understanding which listing gets the most interaction gives you a good idea what customers are voting to be the better listings, and that's the one you want to advertise. And number 5, create gift-friendly titles. For example, instead of saying a gift box, do gift for him or bridesmaid's gift, right? Add things in your titles that are referring to what it's going to be used for. When you do that, that means when customers are using the gift mode, you are going to be aligning yourself for those products that will be more likely to be recommended as they fit the occasion. So think about what it's going to be used for and let that be in the title. And also make sure that that is also visible in the photos and videos of your product listings. However, all of that is going to be completely useless if you're not selling the right product. If you want to know how to sell the high volume products that pretty much sell themselves, check out this video. And until next time, have a good one.